Hello, all, and welcome to Boost Your Career. I'm very excited to record this video today because today we are going to learn a unique formula, and that is called as a XLOOKUP. This is a big brother of VLOOKUP. All the limitations of VLOOKUP have been removed in XLOOKUP. Moreover, that some special features are there which are available in XLOOKUP which we never thought of earlier. So this video is going to be very value added to all of you. So I request to stay tuned till the end of this video because this is going to be very exciting. So stay tuned till the end of this video. So before we start learning XLOOKUP, let us compare what is VLOOKUP and what are the features which are added into XLOOKUP. So we'll put the normal VLOOKUP here. These are data, employee ID, employee name, sales 1, sales 2, and date of joining. We want to extract the employee name from the employee ID. So E is equal to VLOOKUP. Lookup value is this, employee ID. Table array is from this to this. Suppose I want to extract only employee name, so I will select the table till employee name only. I will press F4, comma, then I will give the column index number which is 1 and 2. Remember that in VLOOKUP, the value that we want to extract should be on the right hand side of the lookup value in the table array. Then only we can put the VLOOKUP. If it is not there, we need to put the uh, value on the right hand side of the lookup value. That is a limitation of VLOOKUP. And the column index number here is 2, comma, exact value that we want to find out. So we need to put 0 here. This completes our VLOOKUP formula and it will give us the correct name for 1001, which is Sachin. Now we'll put the XLOOKUP formula. Now what needs to be there in XLOOKUP formula? So let us go ahead and put the XLOOKUP formula. It will give us the same value, but the formula is quite simple. XLOOKUP. There are different values that are needed to be inputted over here. What it is asking? It is asking the lookup value. It is same as it was there in the VLOOKUP. This value, employee ID, comma. Now it is asking a lookup array here. It's not asking the table array. It's asking a lookup array. That means this lookup value, that is employee ID, in which column it is there in the table, that is master data. So we'll select this column, employee ID, from the table from which we want to extract the value. If you want to lock this, you can do F4, and then we'll say comma. Now what it will do, it will take the lookup value, it will find out in this uh, lookup array that we have given, and then it is asking us return array. Return array means which value we want to find out. That column we will give him. So it's we want employee name, so we'll give him employee name column from here to here. If we want to extract sales 1, we'll give him sales 1 column from here to here. But right now we are giving him this column. Can lock this. What are the other things? If not found, what? So we are going to look at it later. So for now, I'm just completing this formula. So this is a basic formula of XLOOKUP. What we put here, we put the lookup array, and then we put the lookup value, that is employee ID, we taken from here. Then lookup array in the table where I will find this lookup value, comma, and then the return array. Return array can be anything. Now this return array can be on the left hand side, and that is the beauty of XLOOKUP. I will complete this formula right now, and you will see that 1005 we have a Ganesh. Now here by default XLOOKUP takes exact value. We do not need to put a 0 over here. Now suppose if the value is not found in the table, what I want. So I will go ahead and just complete put what the another value which is optional in this case. These three values are compulsory: lookup value, lookup array, and return array. All other three, which are if not found, match mode, and search mode, are optional. Now we'll see what happens if we put if we use if not found. If this lookup value is not found in the table array, what we want? Remember that in VLOOKUP we need to put different formula before VLOOKUP, that is called as a if error. If there is error, what the value that we want. So here in XLOOKUP, we can put in the formula itself what the value that we want in case there is an error. That means their employee ID is not found in the table array. So I will go ahead and put if not found what I want. So I'll say here double in the double quotes not found, complete the double quote and complete the formula. Okay, so right now we have this value. I will put some other value in VLOOKUP, say which is not found. So it is giving me an error. I will put here the same value and it is saying me not found. That is how it is there in the XLOOKUP. Now suppose I want to find all these values, like here I put the headers. I want to find all these values for any employee that I'm putting over here. So I put here 1001. It is currently giving me employee name. I want all these values at a time. So if you know VLOOKUP, you know that we need to change, we need to use different formulas in all these cells to get the different values, or else there's a complex modification that we need to do for the VLOOKUP formula. But how to use XLOOKUP to get all the values at a time? We will see that now. So we'll put the formula again is equal to XLOOKUP. Lookup value is this, comma, lookup array. Lookup array, where I will find this value? I will find this value over here. So I will select this particular column where my lookup value can be found. You can lock it or you can keep it as it is, comma. Then return array. So here I want employee name, so I can select employee name, but I want the values for other values also. So I'll select the whole table from starting from employee name, and then other values I don't want, so I just complete right now and then say okay, and the magic happens. I get all the other values in all the other columns. Now remember that if I want to delete this value from here, it won't get deleted. It won't get deleted. We cannot delete this value. This is the error that we are going to get. If you delete this particular formula, then all the values will get deleted. That is what happens in. But the advantage here is that we can find out all the values from this table with one go only. Now we'll use this XLOOKUP formula reverse. That means what? The lookup value is on the right hand side, and we want to extract the values from the left hand side. So we will use here date of joining as a lookup value, and we will try to find out any value from here. So for example, employee name, we want to find out corresponding employee name for the corresponding date. So let us go ahead and put that formula, which is not possible in VLOOKUP. In VLOOKUP, we need to have the values on the right hand side in the table, right hand side of the lookup value. So is equal to XLOOKUP. Lookup value is this. Now we are using date of joining as a lookup value, comma, lookup array. Now what we want to find out? Employee name. So I will just select so lookup array, where I do find the date of joining, I'll find it over here, comma, return array is employee name. So I selected the employee name as the return array, and then I will complete the formula. You'll see that I'm finding the corresponding value for 23 2 as a Sudhir, which is on the left hand side of the data of the VLOOKUP of the lookup value. Now, what if I want the total of the two cells for the corresponding employee ID? Total of both the cells. So in VLOOKUP, we need to use two different formulas and use the plus sign. But in XLOOKUP, we can do that in one formula only. So I'll put the formula is equal to XLOOKUP. Lookup value is again employee ID. Lookup array, where will I find this employee ID in our table? Here, comma, return array. Now for return array, I can just use the two arrays because I want the total of cells 1 and cells 2. This array plus this array, and I will complete the formula. We'll see that 1003 for Akbar, we have the total of 64,000 as the value. Isn't it amazing? So that is the use of XLOOKUP formula. Now we'll use the other two modes, that is match mode and search mode, other two options which are available in XLOOKUP formula. So let's go ahead and do that as well. So here again we want to find out the cells 1. So is equal to XLOOKUP. Lookup value is employee ID. Lookup array. Where do I find this employee ID? In this column, comma. Return array. What way I want? I want the cells 1. So I'll select this column, comma. I do not want to put if not found right now. I will not use this. So I'll again put one comma. Now match mode. This is what I want to use. So match mode, we have these options: exact match to do next smaller item, or exact match to next larger items. So by default it takes exact match, but we will see how we can use -1 and +1. So if I use -1, what it will do, it will take the lower value, the next smaller item than what we have. So we have 1006. If it is not there in this list, it will take the next smaller value. So let us go ahead and try that. -1 and complete the formula. If you see here, it has taken 25,000. 25,000 in cells 1, 25,000 is here for 1005. Because 1006 is not available and we have given him the next smaller value. So next smaller value for 1006 is 1005. Now let us go ahead and change +1. So +1 is exact match or next larger value. So after 1006, what is the next value? Next value is 1008, and for that the sales one is 60,000. This is how we use the match mode. Again, an interesting function available in only in XLOOKUP. Now let us go ahead and learn how to use the search mode, the option which is available at the end of the formula. Well, go ahead and put XLOOKUP. Lookup value is, now we have taken the date of joining as a lookup value because we want to use the search mode where we have two dates available, like here highlighted in yellow. So we'll use this date. But for this date, we have two dates available in our date. Which value needs to be, corresponding value needs to be taken? This value or this value? We'll see that. Where will I find this date in our table? In this column from here to here, comma, return array. So I want to find out the return array as this in cells 1, comma, if not found. Currently I do not want to use this, so I'll put again one more comma, match mode. So match mode is 0, exact match, or else I can just put comma because I don't want to use that. Now in search mode, what are the options that we are having? Search first to last, last to first. First to last means if I put here 1, it will go from top to bottom. Top to bottom. It will pick up this value. If I go from, if I use -1, then it will go from bottom to top, and this value it will pick up. So let us go ahead and put 1 first and then use the next one, -1, that is -1. So for 1412 it is using 12,000, which is there in VLOOKUP as well, because you know that in VLOOKUP it picks up the first value only. If the lookup values are coming more than once, it picks up the first corresponding value. So we'll use -1 now. What happens to -1? It is picking up this value because it is checking from bottom to top in this case when we use -1. So these are very, very unique features available only in XLOOKUP. So everyone who is using data analysis, who is doing data analysis and using VLOOKUP should know how to use XLOOKUP. It will give an added advantage in the data analysis. So I hope you like this video. If you're not subscribed to this channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much and see you in the next video.